What's up, people? Um, After it again. In the middle of working out right now. I want to talk to you guys about a movie that I saw. It is Disney's Soul. Um, Caught off guard by this movie. Didn't expect to react to the way that I did watching it, but talk to y'all later about it. We'll get more into it. So before we dive into the video, if you plan on watching Disney Soul, then I wouldn't watch this video quite yet. No, I don't want to spoil it for you. So I would watch the movie and then come back to watch this video. But yeah, this was a great movie. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. This dude can do it all, man. He's a very talented guy. He was a voice. He was actually the voice character for pretty much the main character of the movie. So why did I watch this movie? I didn't even know what it was about. My wife just said, hey, let's watch a movie. I think it was on Christmas. And I'm a I like to watch quote unquote kiddie movies anyway. I just especially the adventurous ones. You know what I mean? So that's just me. You know what I mean? So I won't get into what it's all about, but there was a lot of things that are very significant about the movie. But just to hit some key notes, the star of the movie, I forget his name, but he's like he's really deep into jazz. He plays the piano, and he's this type of person, and his purpose is to play the piano, and that's what he does. He ends up passing away, and I guess he felt his life was meaningless as he was going to the great beyond, going to heaven, whatever. And let me just cut to the chase to what actually, what hit me. There was a part in the movie where it talked about, you know, lost souls. And this is where it really hit me. It really hit home because if I can kind of describe this. So basically in the movie it was talking about how lost souls have basically lived their lives, and just there was no hope, and they just felt like no matter no matter how hard they tried, how much they've done, they're just walking dead pretty much, and that's how the movie describes it as lost souls. Um, Definitely hit home because if I can kind of illustrate what it looked like, it was more of there was like this, I guess there was a soul, but there was like this darkness over this person, you know what I mean? So, as I think Jamie Foxx's soul, you know what I mean, was trying to encourage this other soul, it ran away, you know? It ran away, and it had a lot of expressions like far as anger, sadness, a lot going on at the same time. But when it ran away, when Jamie Foxx was trying to help it, it to me that represented isolation, and that's exactly what I've been going through. You know what I mean? Very few people I talk to. You know what I mean? Um, it's not it's nothing personal, but I don't go for people for help, not much anyway, because that's where I've gotten to. I just felt like in my life it's just I've tried so much, and I feel like there's like a ceiling. I can't go any further. You know what I mean? Especially like in the job market. That's one of the things, or just in general, anything I want to accomplish. Period. That was really bothering me. So I just felt hopeless. You know what I mean? I felt hopeless. That was one of the things, and it's like once Jamie Foxx's soul was trying to encourage, and I guess there was a point to where he tried to I guess I think he said something or whatever. So there was something that was very encouraging or whatever, and the lost soul like opened himself up, And as he got into the soul, there was a whole bunch of like these negative thoughts or these negative things that were brought to this person, that was said to this person. Like, I can't remember the actual phrase. It was like, you'll never be nothing, you'll never be anything, or whatever the case was. And it's like when Jamie Foxx's soul was trying to get to it, it was like these other souls, or whatever it was trying to block it from getting there. So really hit home, really hit home. In the beginning of the movie, Jamie Foxx's character had passed away. The main character had passed away. And make a long story short, there was another message that, definitely got to me. It was very helpful. It spoke to me definitely. Um, he had passed away, and make a long story short, he tried to get back into his body so he can live again. And as he's doing this, it's his soul, and there's another soul. So as he sees himself lying in the hospital in the bed, and there's also a cat. So he's jumping in, and what ended up happening was he accidentally jumped into the cat, and the other soul jumped into his body. So fast forward, there's a part in the movie where he was standing up to his mom about the things that he wanted to do. Because before he died, he was afraid to stand up to his mom. His mom just wanted him to be stable, have a stable job, and stop getting these gigs as this musician. She just didn't see him doing anything bigger than that. So make a long story short, it's like when he was the cat, he's next to he's the cat, and his physical self is next to him, and they're speaking to the mom, and he as the cat is telling the other soul that's in his body to say this and say that, basically telling this person what to say so that he can get his message across to his mom, like, how can I put it, to his mom, to basically combating with her and getting his point and finally standing up to her. But he's doing this through someone else. But I looked at it. The message that I got from that was that it seems like it's so easy at times to tell other people what, far as give them advice, encourage them, and tell them they'll make it, and tell them the things that they should do. But sometimes it's hard to tell yourself that, give yourself those affirmations, encourage yourself at times, and that's what depression does. You just, at times you beat up on yourself a little bit too much, you know what I mean? So that's what I got from that. So we should be able to, like I said, affirm to, like, just look in the mirror and just tell yourself you're a great person, you're smart, you're whatever, you know what I mean? We shouldn't seek validation from anyone else. We should do it for ourselves, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, so the way that I reacted to this movie was I cried at the end. I did. It's like he's sitting here so, the character Jamie Foxx. It's like he's running around trying to find his purpose, trying to be a giant. I don't think whatever, but trying to do big things, to do things because he felt that his life wasn't meaningful, and then once it clicked to him, he realized his purpose was just living, you know. Live every moment of it, just live. And I cried, hit home, you know. it felt good though, and it was necessary because I felt like it was a breakthrough, and I needed that. You know, I don't cry during movies. I don't. The only other time I cried during a movie was when I watched Glory with Denzel Washington. And if you haven't seen that movie, you know, people around my age, a little older, have seen that movie. But the part when he was this, you know, he was a slave and he was getting whipped. That is the only movie that's made me cry. You know what I mean? But other than that, this movie here, and I totally, that was very unexpected. You know. But like I said, I encourage y'all to watch it. Definitely, it's you get a great treat from it. Until next time, peace.